Hi everyone, welcome back to another pick a card reading on the Nymph Tarot with me, Natasha. So it's Sunday again, it's another week has been and gone. So we have the usual weekly reading for you guys. So there is there are 4 piles for you guys to choose from. So we have pile 1 up here, this is with the citrine crystal. Pile 2 with the rose quartz, pile 3 with the Mermaid Tarot and the smoky quartz, and you have pile 4 here with the opalite. So have a think about which one you are drawn to, and then click the timestamp down below to skip to your reading, and I will see you there. Hi pile 1, if you chose the citrine crystal, this is your reading. So on this channel I do a weekly reading and it's usually about 10 minutes long. I try and keep it nice and quick. So I'll just lay out all the cards and then we'll get into your reading. So first with the tarot, so you have the Ethereal Visions Tarot. We have Ace of Swords. We have 8 of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. So I've realised that actually the Ethereal Visions Tarot with the kind of off-white and this, it almost blends in together. 9 of Swords, and then you have 5 of Pentacles here. So hopefully you guys can see all of that. Let me just shift my camera slightly. Let's just move that. There we go. Hopefully that's all on. Yeah. And then for oracle cards, you guys have Emotions Are Running High, Supermoon. You have Prosperity Lies Ahead, New Moon in Taurus. And it's weird, when I was shuffling I knew that card was going to come out, and same with this one, it's Financial Health. So what I'm drawn to first, often when there is this kind of like 5 card spread, it just happens this week 5 cards came out and it seemed to work for all the piles, so that's what happened. It varies week to week depending on the reading, and my eye is also immediately drawn to the middle, and I feel like you guys are definitely making good progress. There is obviously 3 Pentacles energy, and then with your guidance cards down here of Financial Health and Prosperity Lies Ahead, I feel like you guys are very much focusing on your financial health at the moment, maybe your career, and maybe you're investing, taking the opportunity I guess at the moment while the stock markets are a bit up and down, maybe to find yourself a bargain. So I do get the sense that you are making actually quite good progress, guys. With the Knight of Pentacles, it is slower energy, but the good thing about the Knight of Pentacles is I feel like it's very thoughtful. You're not rushing into things, you're making very good gains, and it's steady. You're not one of these people that will be here, there and everywhere. It's not like a Knight of Wands where you might be rushing in before really thinking too much. So this week I do feel like there is a little bit of worry for you guys with that 9 of Swords, and then with the 5 of Pentacles even next to it. Sorry, just wobbled the camera there. With these 2, I really do feel like you are maybe quite anxious about, I do get a sense it is your finances. Maybe you feel like you aren't progressing as much as you should, and you're kind of feeling not abandoned, but you know when you just feel kind of like out in the cold about it at the moment. You're not where you want to be, put it this way. And I feel like this is causing you a lot of worry at the moment. Maybe you have been making the right decisions in your career and your finances, but because you are kind of that Knight of Pentacles and it's building slowly, I feel like you guys wish you were much further along. But that's but that's okay. Like, being able to progress slowly in matters of finance, I feel like that does work for you guys. It doesn't matter that you're not progressing super quickly. I feel like there is going to be some sort of breakthrough this week with this Ace of Swords. So whether that is a breakthrough on how you can potentially make some more money, maybe you've got a side hustle going on, whatever it is for you guys, I feel like there is definitely some sort of breakthrough coming for you guys with that Ace of Swords. And I can see that you have been working super hard with the Eight of Pentacles, and I really do believe that with the energies you have down here, that it is really going to be paying off. You've got these beautiful shiny pentacles that you've worked on, and there's sort of more in the background, like more is yet to come. I'm not going to shout at the camera that the best is yet to come, as much as I kind of wanted to do that. So I do feel like you guys, your week is gonna, I feel like you are full of worries, but I do feel like you're gonna have some kind of breakthrough that really maybe shine some light actually on your situation. Maybe it isn't as bad as you think. Maybe you are going to get something coming towards you with this new moon in Taurus. That prosperity lies ahead. It could be that you maybe get a bit of a windfall. Maybe you're going to get some sort of bonus. If you have been investing, maybe some stocks or whatever are going to shoot up. I feel like there's going to be something that comes through maybe this week or soon, like within the coming weeks, that will make you feel a lot more confident about your finances. And you do have emotions of running high. So as we know, Mercury is going in to retrograde this week, I believe. I want to say it's on the 13th, but it might be earlier. I can't remember the exact date. And when Mercury goes into retrograde, it can bring up a lot of old emotions, and often it can be about what happened in the last retrograde, which was in... it was in summer. Do you think I can remember though? Was it July? It might have ended in June. That would be June or July. Because I know there was one in February, March time as well. So you guys might be a bit you may be feeling it a bit more than potentially other people. God, I'm really struggling today. So this is, I feel like this is just a warning. I feel like if you are feeling like that, know that it probably isn't just you. A lot of others will be feeling like it, and it's probably our good old friend Mercury retrograde. And then finally, just to finish off your reading, you do have this beautiful card from the Spellcasting Tarot Oracle. I really am messing up today, aren't I? I would re-record this, but I feel like I'm showing you guys my flaws and that I'm only human too. And with this financial health, you can see that this tree is just absolutely flourishing. You have like a beautiful rainbow down there. I feel like that's some butterflies, some birds. Kind of gives you that, you know, the sense of financial freedom. You're really growing for the future. And there's a lot of like glowing energy, which makes it seem very beautiful, very positive. Generally a very good card to have come up in a reading. I'm just trying to make sure it's focused on that, just so you can really get a good look at it, because it is a really lovely card. So I'm going to finish your reading there. I don't want it to go on super long, so if this does resonate with you guys, please do comment down below. I love to hear from you all. Thank you so much for being here, and do remember to hit that subscribe button if you want to see more of my content. Thank you, and I will see you in another video. Hey my pile twos, if you chose the rose quartz, this one is for you guys. So if you're new here to my channel, then welcome. So this is the weekly reading. It's usually nice, short and sweet, and it's kind of just looking at what energies you've got coming in the week and like what you have to kind of look forward to. So for you guys, let's get started. You have the Ten of Cups, great way to start a reading. I've realised that this probably isn't the best deck to use with this lighting because it is very dark. Four of Swords, so hopefully you can see that. Then you have Eight of Wands in reverse, so there you go. To be honest, these are just pip cards, so there's not anything too interesting to see on them, to be honest. And then you have Seven of Cups, and then your final card in your tarot is the Chariot with this beautiful flaming fire breathing dragon. There we go, so hopefully you can see that. And then for your oracle cards, we have from Oracle of the Unicorns, we have Action. Now is the perfect time to act. Take inspired action towards your dreams. Move forward with confidence. Then we have Star Family. You're part of a team of souls. Call in support. So this is from the Starseed Oracle. And then you have Trust the timing. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. So for you guys, I feel like I'm just going to start actually with that oracle card because I feel like it is actually very apt for your tarot cards, because you have the Eight of Wands in reverse and the Chariot, and they are cards all about kind of that forward momentum. And with the Eight of Wands in reverse, it's kind of the sense that usually in the upright it's this kind of no obstacles, things are going to move really quickly, it's generally like a yes, let's do it card. Whereas in the reverse it is a yeah, let's do it, but it's just a case that there's actually going to be some obstacles in your way, and it's not necessarily going to be smooth sailing or the quickest. So I feel like this is actually going to be really important, that you may feel like you're being held up, and you may think, oh, this could, and with this reading it's obviously general, and you can kind of, sometimes I get cards that come through that are very obviously like a love reading or career, but sometimes it is just quite general life situations that actually you'll hear it and you'll be able to apply it to the area of your life that it is relevant for you. So I do feel like for whatever it is, wherever it is, love, career, money, just the general direction of your life, you feel like maybe you should be advancing quicker, it's okay. Like this timing is not an issue. It's probably been planned like this, and the obstacles you're facing are probably something that you were meant to face to teach you something that you need in the future to make your life better. So this week you may be wanting to move a lot quicker, but there are going to be obstacles in your way and possible delays. But just know, just because they are there, it is not going to stop you from reaching the final destination that you want to get to. Because I do see it very positively as well with the Chariot here. You have the Chariot and the Ten of Cups kind of either end, like bookending this reading. So I feel like you guys are trying to make progress towards your kind of emotional fulfillment. As I said, I'm not getting an overall sense whether this is love or if it is career, however it resonates for you. Just know that you guys are making progress towards it. It may not necessarily be super quick at the moment. I feel like with the Chariot here as well, that maybe you guys are in two minds about something and it's kind of pulling you in two different directions. So even though you are making progress, maybe it's not necessarily the most direct progress, but you are still moving forward, and that's all you need to know at the moment, is that you are moving forward. And I find it interesting as well that you have the Four of Swords and then the Seven of Cups, because the Four of Swords can be that energy of, I feel like, kind of not knowing what to do. You're kind of just thinking and weighing up your options, and I feel like with these kind of all work together around it. It's kind of, I do find it interesting how sometimes the cards actually come out here. So with the Four of Swords, I feel like you are taking your time, you're really thinking about it, because I feel like you actually do have a lot of options, and sometimes options are great. When the Seven of Cups is in the upright, I feel like you're in that kind of good space where you're like kind of dreamy about the options. You can imagine different things happening, and it kind of doesn't stress you out, I feel. Whereas when it's in the reverse, I'm getting a sense of it is actually causing you a bit of stress, and you don't quite know which one to choose, and you're kind of scattered and going in between them, really not sure. And so I feel like that's probably what your obstacle is at the moment, is that you are trying to make decisions for your life, but there's almost too much choice at the moment, and that's really hindering you. And I do feel like this is why this card has probably come up for you guys, because I feel like there's a need for you to maybe consult your spirit guides, however that works for you, whether you want to ask for signs, whether you just want to meditate on it and kind of just wait for all of that to like percolate in your head, and come to an answer that makes sense for you. So definitely, you know, as it says, call in support, but this could actually be even just people in the physical realm that can help you. So whether that is friends or family, whether you need to just chat through potential choices with someone, then do that, because I feel like this is going to be how you make your decision. I feel like you guys are more than capable of doing it, but I feel like it's just confusing you a little bit. And sometimes it really helps just to have somebody to, you know, sound your ideas against. Just because sometimes when you just think about it in your head, you get tied up in knots. Whereas if you just say it out loud to someone, then sometimes it just makes a lot more sense, and you're like, yep, that's what I'm going to do. And then with that, I feel like that's when the action card will come into play for you guys. So it says now is the perfect time to act. So if you have been waiting to act with that Four of Swords, your time is kind of now. Even though this is a weekly reading, obviously with tarot, the energies can be that this is just gone by, or it could be coming into effect, maybe even after a week. So here it says take inspired action. So when you feel like a real urge to do something, I would say that is that inspired action. It's like someone has kind of whispered in your ear what it is you need to do, and you're suddenly like, aha, that's what I'm going to do. And that's usually the right choice. I've just noticed that all of my candles have gone out. How annoying. So definitely now is the time for you to be making some action. Really think about it. Use your spirit guides, use your friends, and I feel like you are going to make good progress. And the Ten of Cups is here, so I feel like you are making your way to this emotional bliss. So that's everything I see for you guys this week. If you enjoyed your reading, please do comment down below, and hopefully I will see you in another reading. Thank you so much for being here. Hey Pile 2, if you chose the Smoky Quartz, this one is for you guys. So we have the Mermaid Tarot. So if you are new to my channel, this is the weekly reading. I try and keep it short and sweet. Occasionally, sometimes the cards call for a longer reading if people are going through a tougher time, but usually it's about 10 minutes long, and we just kind of look at what energies are coming for you guys, or situations. So what we'll do is we'll get straight into it. So we have the Five of Pentacles first, then we have the Ace of Swords, we have the Nine of Wands, we have the Knight of Cups, we have the Six of Cups. I love the Six of Cups in this deck. Let's move all this that way. It's sometimes very hard to see on my camera because I feel like I just end up having to crick my neck around. So you have, it's time to take action, New Moon in Aries. You have Thinker 44. And then you have Message in a Bottle. So, for you guys, similar to the other ones, with the 5 card spread, I generally get drawn to the middle first, with this being the Nine of Wands. So I feel like you guys, I feel like you're nearly there with something. There's something that you've been, I feel like maybe you've been plugging away for a long time at it, and I feel like you're so close to being there. But with the kind of energies around you, I feel like maybe even though you're so close, you almost feel like you're not going to make it. You're not going to complete it. You're not going to, whatever it is that works for you guys, because I'm not getting a clear sense whether it is career or love. Sometimes it is very clear that it's a love reading or career with these weekly ones, and sometimes it's just very general that can apply to different situations for different people. So you are nearly there, which is great, first of all. But with these cards, I feel like there is a lot of things that are almost like distracting you. First, I'm going to start with the Five of Pentacles here. So with this deck, I do like the Mermaid Tarot because sometimes I read it like the traditional Rider-Waite, because sometimes I just get that like feeling that's how it's meant to be read. But today I'm really getting the sense it is how the author of this has kind of intended it. So I feel like you guys you're not really connected at the moment with what's really happening. So I feel like you have been trying to do something for so long that you're so disheartened. You're almost like this man here, or woman, I can't really tell. This person that's on the edge of the bank, and they're not even looking up anymore. They can't see the good stuff that is in front of them, just because maybe they've had so much disappointment and they've become so detached from reality almost that they can't really see it. And I feel like maybe this is you, because you've been working so hard at this thing for so long that now that it's close, you almost don't believe it, and you almost can't see that that happy ending that is in sight for you. And with this Ace of Swords as well, Ace of Swords usually to me means clarity. And with this sword, it is still really shiny. It's at the bottom of the ocean on obviously a shipwreck. You can kind of see all the it's hard for you guys to see it on this with this camera and this light, but there's like barnacles. But what I find interesting is there's kind of like this little rope over the sword. So I feel like it's almost, that clarity is kind of being obstructed a little bit, is how I feel. This card doesn't necessarily, it doesn't feel very mental, like you have mental clarity. That's the vibe I get from the Ace of Swords in this deck, that at the moment you're just really, you can't see that you're almost there. You almost can't believe it. You can't think about it. You just still seem so far away. And I feel like you guys, there's a real need for you to take a massive step back and kind of look at the bigger picture is one thing that I am hearing. Because I think when you do that, you'll realise actually how far you've come and how little you actually have left to do, and you're so nearly there. And with this Thinker card, this can be about there is a time and a place. I think there is a need for you guys to, you know, strategize, to think about how to complete your task. But there is like a boundary between thinking about it strategically and then overthinking it so much that you think of so many obstacles that it now just appears totally out of sight. And I feel like for some of you, that's almost what you've done. That's why you feel like you're really in that Nine of Wands, that real, like, it's a burden. You feel like you actually can't make it, even though you're so close to being there. And with all this, I feel like sometimes you're like this Knight of Cups, where he's just very dreamy, and he's almost like just very distracted now. He's not really concentrating on the world he's in at the moment. He's just thinking of his dream world. Maybe you're kind of dreaming about it being done and finished, but not in like a useful manifesty way. I feel like I feel like even in your dreams you're probably thinking up reasons why it's not going to work, or about obstacles, etc. I just feel like there's a lot of overthinking going on for you guys, and I do think this is why the Six of Cups is here, because I feel like there's a real need for you just to let go, just to really have a week where whatever this situation is, you just don't really think about it. Because I feel like when you're not thinking about it and your mind's not taking up, that so much of it's not being taken up by maybe like the anxiety, the fact that it's not complete or you've not done it yet, that actually it kind of frees up that brain space. It will be thinking about it in the background, and if you've been needing solutions, I feel like your brain will start then coming up with solutions. And it's the sort of thing that with that dreamy Knight of Cups, that it may even come to you in dreams. Like sometimes, I still remember, it was really weird when I was quite young, and I remember one time not being able to understand fractions. Like I couldn't understand fractions at all. And I remember going to sleep one night, and then the next morning I woke up. This was I think I must have been about 6 or something. It was quite young. And I remember like the next morning waking up and understanding them. And it's like overnight my brain just finally converted it into actual knowledge and being able to do something. So I feel like you guys, there is a need for you to kind of just let loose a little bit, have some fun, try not to think about it all the time. If you need help, so Message in the Bottle is all about Spirit trying to send you messages, and Spirit will definitely be trying to help you out. So whether it is messages on a truck going by, whether it is songs, adverts, stuff that turns up in your YouTube playlists, even like this video, Spirit is trying to guide you as much as they can. You just have to remember to, you know, listen and to keep an eye out for those things. And if something seems a bit weird, if something weird happens, think, oh, maybe that's actually a message for me. Maybe it's not just like a freak occurrence. It could be for you. And with this new moon in Aries, it says here it's time to take action. So there is a need for you to actually start moving forward. Don't just keep being in that kind of like Five of Pentacles phase where you're just not able to look up and see that you're nearly there. There is a need for you to start doing some action. So this week your action could be to stop overthinking, to have some fun, free up some brain space, for you to start thinking of solutions. And then maybe next week some of those solutions is when you're going to start putting them in, when you're going to start actually putting them in place and start doing them. So this is what I see for you guys. If this resonated, please do comment down below, because I'd really love to hear about your guys' week. And thank you so much for being here. It's really appreciated. If you could possibly drop a like or maybe even hit subscribe, then please do so. It will make my day. And hopefully I'll see you guys in a future video. Hello, my pile 4. So if you chose the opalite crystal, this is for you guys. So if you are new here, this is my weekly reading, and usually it takes about 10 minutes. Sometimes if there is some deeper stuff, we go on a little longer, but this week everyone's generally been quite light and, you know, to the point. It's not been too bad. So we'll get straight into it. What I do find interesting though is I think Ace of Swords has come up in 3 of the 4 readings, guys. So I don't know if Mercury retrograde is actually doing the opposite of what it usually does and confusing everyone, but this week everyone's getting some mental clarity. We have 6 of Swords. Oh, 6 of Swords? 6 of Wands, sorry guys. 6 of Wands. You have the Strength card. You have Justice. And you have 2 of Pentacles. So this is the Modern Witch Tarot. And then we also have 4 cards here. So you have You Are Protected, Archangel Michael. Thank you, Michael, for surrounding me with your protective light. You have Speak Your Truth, Archangel Gabriel. Thank you, Gabriel, for helping me speak with integrity. You have Surrender to the Sweetness, Venus Energy, Pleasure, Joy, Make Love to Life. And Portal, Doors are opening, you decide, Rewards, Wild Card. So, interesting week for you guys, I feel, because you've got 2 major arcana in there. You've got 6 of Wands, which is such a positive, and Ace of Swords. I generally feel like this is going to be a good week for you guys. Also, let's get started with good old Archangel Michael down here. So it says you are protected. So I feel like anything that is happening this week is meant to happen to you guys. And even if it does, maybe something starts off feeling like, oh, this doesn't feel great. Know that you are protected, that nothing is going to harm you, nothing is going to be bad for you this week. I feel like you guys are being protected, and maybe you want to, if there's anything you want particular protection from, whether it is like, you know, just situations, people, maybe you have people in your life that are just a bit draining, then, you know, you can always, you know, have a little prayer to Archangel Michael and ask him to protect you. So in the center of your spread you have Strength. So I feel like you guys, especially with this Speak Your Truth, I feel like you are actually going to be speaking some sort of truth this week, because I feel like you're going to do it, and maybe it's going to be maybe it's not that it's going to be harsh. It may be something somebody doesn't want to hear, but I think with this with Archangel Gabriel and Strength, because Strength is all about having that compassion as well, like being able to tame a wild beast, like obviously that lion, with kindness. She doesn't have a whip, she's not bribing him, she's literally just coaxing him along, you know, through kindness and love, and that's just how their relationship is. And I feel like that is something you're going to be doing this week, because I feel like there is some mental clarity heading your way with the Ace of Swords. So for some of you, I do feel like this could be a love situation. For others, I just feel like this might be, it could be a friendship, or it could be family members. I feel like it's just somebody that maybe has, I feel like somebody's maybe been taking a little bit more from you than you've been getting. With Justice and that kind of Two of Pentacles is the sense I'm getting. And I feel like you're going to come to a realisation this week, like, actually, that's not fair. I deserve more than that. And I think this is actually going to be a very good week for you in that sense, because I feel like as well, you are going to say this to them, but I think they're actually going to take it well. I think they're going to, if you also ask Archangel Gabriel for help with how to actually approach it and how to speak to this person, then I actually think with the Six of Wands here as well, that it's actually going to be a success. And I feel like you're going to get the response that you want, and maybe the change that you want as well, because I feel like this person, they may recognise that they take too much from you, and they do want to even out that balance. So this is the real, I feel like it could apply to lots of different relationships, and it could even apply to maybe even jobs. Maybe you're in a job where they take the absolute pee, and like they ask too many hours of you or whatever, and maybe you are going to be like, well, okay, fine, I'm going to work these hours, but I think I should have a pay increase, or like, I don't want to work these hours anymore, or something along those lines. I feel like whatever the situation is in your life, there is going to be a readdressing of balance. With this Justice and Two of Pentacles, they very much both speak of balancing. Justice is, I always feel like it can be about karma as well. So I feel like you guys have seeded a lot of good karma. You've either helped these people out a lot, you've given a lot to them, or it can, if it is work, you've put in your hours, you've put in your effort, you've been a great team player, anything along those lines. I feel like just generally you've been very good, and you've put in a lot of energy, and you've done a great job. And I feel like it is going to be recognised. And the sort of that Two of Pentacles, because it is in that infinity loop, I feel like if you're down here and they're up there, I feel like the balance is now, it may even shift so that that person or that situation is going to be more favourable to you. So for your two oracle cards here as well, with the Starseed Oracle, you have Surrender to the Sweetness, Venus energy. So that's going to be so Venus energy is obviously quite feminine energy. It's all about love, enjoyment. So it says here, make love to life. So I feel like this week, set aside time each day just to do something you really enjoy, whatever that is for you. So if you love to work out, maybe, and you've not been able to, make sure you head out to the gym, you do a run, do some yoga, whatever it is that you want to do. Whether it's you want to go get your nails done, whether you want to go buy something, whatever it is, however that speaks to you, make some time this week and every day to do something that is just purely for you and something that you really truly enjoy in life. And finally, I love that it says here wild card. So I feel like because you have kind of sown all this like good karma, you've done a lot, I feel like it says with this doors are opening, you decide, rewards, wild card. So I feel like whatever it is almost you want from this person, I feel like if you kind of ask for it, you might get it, because it does say wild card and it says rewards. So if you're thinking about going in and asking for some sort of pay rise, maybe go over like what you think you should get, because you never know. It says here wild card, that they might be like, okay, yeah, we'll give you that money, or whatever the case may be for you guys. I feel like you're going to get rewards that you may not have even thought about you could get. Yeah, so that's what I see for you guys. It seems like it's going to be a very positive week. I have faith that this week is going to go well for you guys. Just remember, obviously, to keep these guys in your prayers, or pray to them even, and hopefully, yeah, you come back on next week being like, this was a great week. So thank you so much for being here, guys. It's really appreciated if you could drop a like, a comment, or even hit subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you in another reading.